In this video, I will be discussing, is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer or not? I already made one video about this one. This video is going to be a little different though. So recently, a new batch of Hall of Fame inductees were inducted into the Hall of Fame, and some people were wondering why Eli Manning wasn't inducted. I just want to say one thing, because I don't think people understand what the Hall of Fame is all about. The Hall of Fame is supposed to be for the best of the best. Not, okay, you were good for 2, 3, 4 years. You played 20 years and your stats are good. It's supposed to be preserved for the best of the best. And basically, like, it's different measurements you have to go by to make sure that you're really worthy of the Hall of Fame. The first thing is all pro selections. If you don't have any all pro selections, you better have a whole bunch. It's basically individual accolades. If you don't have any all pro starting off though, you better have a whole bunch of other accolades in order to get into the Hall of Fame. So you got all pro selections. You got Pro Bowls. How many Pro Bowls did you make in your career? Because again, the Hall of Fame is for the best of the best. It's not, because some people feel like just because you won a championship or you have rings, that makes you a Hall of Fame player. Rings are won by teams. Hall of Fame is just you. What did you do as an individual in the league? What is your legacy? How many awards did you get? That's what Hall of Fame is really based off of. So you got all pros, you got Pro Bowls. How many league MVPs people voted that you were the best player that year? How many offensive or defensive player of the year awards did you get? Did you win Rookie of the Year? Did you make the all-decade team? Like, those are the things that, championships and stats come into play in the end, but it's mainly about individual-wise, what did you do? So Pro Football Reference Hall of Fame has a monitor where it judges basically players' worth to get into the Hall of Fame. So for the quarterbacks, it says the average quarterback is 108 is their score. It got Tom Brady as number 1 with having 263, Peyton Manning at 257. Just to show you the importance, how important the individual awards are, Tom Brady did not pass Peyton Manning on this list until he won his last championship with Tampa Bay. Think about that. It took Tom Brady a total of 7 Super Bowls until he finally passed Peyton Manning on this list. You know why? Because yes, Brady has more Super Bowls than Peyton Manning, but everything else, individual awards, Peyton Manning got that. Peyton Manning has the most MVPs of any quarterback ever played in the NFL. Peyton Manning has the most first-team All-Pros of any quarterback that has played in the NFL. Peyton Manning played 17 years. He got 14 Pro Bowls. Tom Brady has 15 Pro Bowls, and he played 22 years. So that just shows you the importance of individual awards when making the Hall of Fame. You may not like Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is the 3rd quarterback on this list with the most. You know why? Because he has 4 league MVPs. And he has 4 All-Pros. Tom Brady played 22 years and only has 3 All-Pros. All-Pros is basically saying, okay, you were the best at that position that year. You can call that's why when people get into a debate calling Tom Brady the GOAT, I'm like, you're basing it off championships, which are won by teams. Individually, Tom Brady does not have the awards and accolades to back up that he's the GOAT. Because he played 22 years and only won 3 MVPs. He played 22 years and only won 3 first-team All-Pros. If you're the best, now you can say, well, he got 7 championships. There are players who weren't the best that got championships. Now, I do believe Tom Brady is a top 5 quarterback, but I can't say, oh, he's just the best because he got 7 rings. How come none of these people voted him the best in the regular season? Like, what? Why don't he have? Why didn't he win his MVPs except until Randy Moss got there? But I've already went over this before. But I'm just telling people what the Hall of Fame, what they're looking for, basically in the Hall of Fame. It's mainly, yes, championships matter and stats, longevity matters, all that. But at the end of the day, it's just you. It's your head that's going into Canton. It's individual. What did you do as an individual? So in this video, like I've been arguing with, I like Eli Manning. I feel like Eli Manning was a very good quarterback. I don't feel like Eli Manning was a great quarterback worthy of the Hall of Fame, though. And I've been arguing with Eli Manning fans for the past few days. And I actually believe there are maybe 25 to almost 30 quarterbacks that I would pick before Eli Manning. So that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to have a draft. I'm going to put 50 quarterbacks on a draft board. I'm the GM of all 30 teams. And I'm going to pick to see if there are quarterbacks. If I would end up with 30 quarterbacks before I get to Eli Manning. So out of 50 total quarterbacks, I could only pick 30, well, it's 32 teams. I could only pick 32. So based off that list, let's see if Eli Manning get picked. The first pick in the draft will go to the Philadelphia Eagles, who happen to just win the Super Bowl. The second pick in the draft will go to the Buffalo Bills. The third pick in the draft will go to the Atlanta Falcons. The fourth pick in the draft will go to the Chicago Bears. The fifth pick in the draft will go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The sixth pick in the draft will go to the Baltimore Ravens. The seventh pick in the draft will go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The eighth pick in the draft will go to the Minnesota Vikings. The ninth pick in the draft will go to the Washington Commanders. The 10th pick in the draft will go to the Los Angeles Chargers. The 11th pick in the draft goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. The 12th pick in the draft will go to the Houston Texans. The 13th pick in the draft will go to the New York Jets. The 14th pick in the draft will go to the Los Angeles Rams. The 15th pick in the draft will go to the Tennessee Titans. The 16th pick in the draft will go to the Seattle Seahawks. The 17th pick in the draft will go to the Indianapolis Colts. The 18th pick in the draft will go to the Arizona Cardinals. The 19th pick in the draft will go to the Green Bay Packers. The 20th pick in the draft goes to the New Orleans Saints. The 21st pick in the draft goes to the San Francisco 49ers. The 22nd pick in the draft will go to the Cleveland Browns. The 23rd pick in the draft will go to the New England Patriots. The 24th pick in the draft will go to the Carolina Panthers. The 25th pick in the draft will go to the Miami Dolphins. The 26th pick in the draft will go to the Denver Broncos. The 27th pick in the draft will go to the Detroit Lions. The 28th pick in the draft will go to the Cincinnati Bengals. The 29th pick in the draft will go to the New York Giants. The 30th pick in the draft will go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The 31st pick in the draft will go to the Las Vegas Raiders. And by default, the 32nd pick in the draft will go to none other than the Dallas Cowboys. So that is the order we will be drafting in. So I'm the GM of 32 teams. I'm going to have a list of 50 different quarterbacks to choose from. Will Eli Manning be one of the top 32 quarterbacks chosen is the purpose of this video. Just because right now it's like 29 quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame. And on the list of quarterbacks, I really didn't include quarterbacks pre-1970s. Like the only ones from the 70s that I did put in there is Fran Tarkenton and Terry Bradshaw. If I really didn't see them play, I didn't choose them. So like, I don't have like Roger Staubach. I don't have those quarterbacks on here. Only ones I got from like the 70s are Fran Tarkenton and Terry Bradshaw, because even though I didn't see them play physically, I've seen highlights of those two. So let's start the draft. This is the draft order. Before I begin, I want to clarify. I am basing these picks off of individual talent. Like, you've seen them play games. I don't care how many Super Bowls they won, how many MVPs they have. I'm going off individual talent. What can this quarterback do? That is how I'm basing my choices, who I'm choosing to lead that franchise. So awards, all that is thrown out the window. I'm just doing eye tests. What did I see when I saw you play? How good were you? How well could you throw the ball? How good were you at reading defenses? How good were you at getting out of pressure? That is what I'm basing this off of. So with the number 1 pick for the Eagles, I am going to go with Peyton Manning as my quarterback for the Eagles. For the Buffalo Bills, I am going to choose Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. For the Atlanta Falcons, I am going to choose Patrick Mahomes for the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. For the Chicago Bears, I am going to go with Dan Marino as my quarterback for the Chicago Bears. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, I am going to go with Tom Brady as the quarterback of the Steelers. For the Baltimore Ravens, I am going to go with Joe Montana as the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, I am going to go with John Elway as the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the Minnesota Vikings at number 8, I am going to go with Steve Young as the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings at number 8. At number 9 for the Commanders, I am going to go with Drew Brees as my number 9 quarterback off the board. At number 10 for the Los Angeles Chargers, I am going to go with Joe Burrow for the quarterback of the Los Angeles Chargers. With the 11th pick to the Kansas City Chiefs, I am going to go with Brett Favre as my quarterback. With the 12th pick with the Houston Texans, I am going to go with Kurt Warner as my quarterback for the Houston Texans. With the 13th pick, I am going to go with, to the New York Jets, I am going to go with Big Ben Roethlisberger as the quarterback of the Jets. With the 14th pick, I am going to go with Josh Allen with the 14th pick to the Los Angeles Rams. With the 15th pick, I don't know how I missed him on this list, but I'm a slide him in anyway. I am going to go with Andrew Luck as my number 15 pick to the Tennessee Titans. As with the 16th pick, I am going to go with Russell Wilson to the Seattle Seahawks. With the 17th pick to the Indianapolis Colts, I am going to go with Lamar Jackson to the Indianapolis Colts at 17. With the 18th pick to the Arizona Cardinals, I am going to go with Phillip Rivers at the 18th pick. With the 19th pick to the Green Bay Packers, I am going to go with Matthew Stafford going to the Packers at 19. With the 20th pick to the New Orleans Saints, I am going to go with Matt Ryan going to the Saints at number 20. With the 21st pick for the San Francisco 49ers, I'm going to go with Justin Herbert as a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. With the 22nd pick to the Cleveland Browns, I am going to go... I'm going to go with Jim Kelly to the Cleveland Browns. With the 24th pick to the New England Patriots, I am going to go with Tony Romo as the quarterback for the New England Patriots. At number 24 to the Carolina Panthers, I'm going to go with Cam Newton at number 24 to the Panthers. At number 25, I'm going to go with Eli Manning going to the Dolphins at number 25. At number 26, going to the Denver Broncos, I am going to go with Deshaun Watson pre-allegations before, because I feel like that messed his whole mind up. He haven't been the same since. I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson. At number 27 to the Detroit Lions, I am going to go with Warren Moon going to the Detroit Lions at 27. At number 28 to the Cincinnati Bengals, I am going to go with Carson Palmer at number 28 to the Cincinnati Bengals. At number 29, going to the New York Giants, I am going to go with Kirk Cousins going number 29 to the New York Giants. At number 30, going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I am going to go with Steve McNair At number 30, going to the Buccaneers. At number 31, going to the Las Vegas Raiders, I am going to go with Rich Gannon, going to the Raiders at number 31. And last, going to the Dallas Cowboys, I am going to go with Jared Goff at number 32, going to the Dallas Cowboys. So that is a recap of, out of 51 quarterbacks, if I have to draft them starting from like the 70s with Terry Bradshaw, and I miss Terry Bradshaw on this list because I looked up Terry Bradshaw numbers and he threw way too many interceptions. That's why so many people dropped down, because if I saw you threw a lot of interceptions, that kind of, for me, that affects your playmaking decisions. So I can't really select you that high if you're out there throwing a lot of interceptions, even though I know Brett Favre threw a lot of interceptions, but he also had a lot of touchdowns and a lot of yards too. But that completes my list. So on this list, I ended up having Eli Manning 24th. But still, that's still a significant amount of quarterbacks that I feel are better than Eli Manning. And some of these quarterbacks aren't even in the Hall of Fame. So that's what I'm saying. Like, me personally, I feel like Eli Manning is a very good quarterback. But like I said, it's already 29 quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame. And I don't think Eli matches, like, because most of those quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame, see, the problem with the Hall of Fame is you can't take people out. Because if you could take people out of like the NBA Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame, people like Joe Namath, I feel like you could take him out. Like, his whole career is based off that one game mainly. But like some of these other quarterbacks, like Johnny Unitas and Ken Stabler, and so you can't really judge those players because it's a different era. But based off, like, Eli played, 16 years? He only had 4 Pro Bowls. He has 0 league MVPs. He has 0 All-Pros. Like, I've never heard someone say, yeah, man, my team has to play Eli Manning in the playoffs. Like, I'm worried. And the thing is, people, well, he won 2 Super Bowls. You don't talk about how he didn't score those last 2 touchdowns until it was under a minute left in the game. Why did it even come down to that like that? It'd be different if he was putting up, like Tom Brady, putting up 30 points and stuff and having to do a game-winning drive. Eli Manning accounted for 17 points in the first Super Bowl versus New England and 21 points the second Super Bowl. Why are people trying to make it seem like he got in a shootout with Tom Brady and went blow for blow with Tom Brady like he was getting 30 points or something like that? He accounted for 17 points and 21 points. That's it. Stop trying to make it seem like, oh, yeah, man, Eli really lit it up. In those 2 Super Bowls combined, Eli Manning threw for 3 touchdowns. It just is what it is. No one is saying Eli is not no good quarterback, but we're saying Hall of Fame is designated for the best of the best, and Eli does not fit that category. But let me know in the comment section, do you believe Eli Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback? Do you think he should have been first ballot Hall of Fame? Or do you think he's just in the Hall of very, very good? But thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.